I legit filmed, I'm pretty sure, oh no, gravity. I filmed like a really, really vulnerable, like, I'm sure it was like a 15-minute video, and it's not there. Let me check that it's actually rolling this time around. Yep, okay, we're actually filming now. Hello. I'm about like 9 days from my show opening at New York Fringe, which is exciting and really cool, and the fulfillment of like dreams and hopes and visions from like years past. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, it's so exciting. And it is, and you should be so proud. And I am. And also there's a part of me that's actually just like debilitatingly scared. There's a part of me that like is actively working against me. There's a pretty strong force within me that is actually doing everything it can to not do this. And that's been hard to come to terms with, because we sacrificed a lot to be here. Not just me, my community, my friends, strangers have sacrificed, have given time and skills and energy and money and resources and connections and support for me to be here. And yet there's a part of me that's actively sabotaging this. Like, there's no other way around it. Like, that's what it is. And the other day I was talking to a friend about how I've been really struggling with executive functioning and like starting things, and it's been a problem a lot this year. But like this week I got things to do. I gotta I'm on stage for an hour. Pretty much. Like, there's someone else on stage with me, but I'm it. I'm the cues. And I need to prep. I need to make sure I'm prepared. And my friend's listening to me talk, and she's like, sounds like you have a blockage. She's like, have you ever heard parts work? And I was like, no, tell me more. She's like, how about we take some time tomorrow? It'll be easier for me to walk you through a session. I'm like, cool. So this was yesterday afternoon. No, this is Friday. Friday afternoon, we get on a call and put on a speakerphone, and she guides me through like essentially a meditation and asks me to breathe and to feel sensations in my body and like what pops up. And I mentioned that like my upper back is throbbing and my lower back has like pangs, and I know that I carry like stress in my upper back and shoulders. My lower back is usually emotional stuff that I need to attend to. And then at one point there was like just a tightness in my chest and also like a blockage in my throat. Like I felt hard swallowing. And so she tells me to focus on, we had started with my back, so focus on sensation and what does it feel like? What does it look like? Does it have a color? Does it have a shape? And as we like digging into it, you know, more feelings come, and eventually we kind of get to the point where she's like, do you hear any phrases or thoughts? And literally the words I'm lonely pops up, and we find out like that's the sentiment from, she asked me like how old the voice is, and I'm like, oh, I think she's 15. And I'm immediately taken back to like my 15-year-old self, and I'm in high school. I can see the atrium and the glass windows and doors to the principal's office and the administration, and the grade 12, the senior locker bay, and the hall to like French class and English class, and the hall to the gym and the cafeteria. I could see the field between the lockers. I haven't been there in a long time. Like, I graduated in 05, it was a long time ago. And I'm looking around and I am feeling my younger self's energy, and it's so tense. Like, she's laughing and singing and praying and in class and in clubs and leading and playing sports and going to youth band and working part-time and doing all the things, but man, she's a zombie. There's like a war raging inside of her and nowhere to take it, no release valve. as much as she does, there's no relief. And there's no one to talk to about it. So it's just fear and pressure and fear and pressure. And there's no relief at home. And school is like a Band-Aid because she's still performing there, you know? And church is, she doesn't know it, but it's a Band-Aid because at least it gives, and it's a valve to God, but it doesn't relieve any of the pressure truly, and doesn't resolve any of the reasons why there is pressure. And I like meet my younger self, and I tell her that it's unfair what she went through, and it's unfair I should take care of everybody. It's unfair I should pay everyone's bills, and she should not have to carry so much. She shouldn't have had to protect herself and her sibling from the person who should have protected them. It's unfair that she experienced such violence as a child. It's not fair and it's not right. Next thing you know, I'm crying. I'm apologizing to my 15-year-old self, and I'm crying. And like, my friend asked me, like, what does she need to hear, you know? And this was like it's 53 minutes or so. And by the end of it, there's such a relief. Like, I'm curled up in a blanket. I put on the weighted blanket, and like a full on, like I'm a kid, just like, and I'm reminding myself, my younger self, that I'm allowed to rest, and I'm allowed to say no, and I'm allowed to be. And I had felt like a different human, like just clarity, you know what I'm saying? Like the weight in my brain felt like it was gone. And I had a really good couple days, and it's cool because now I'm more aware of her. And now on Friday, I was on the train to Brooklyn to go to a storytelling show where I was sharing a story. And my first like performance gig, booked gig in the city, which is kind of cool. And I look up and we're going over the bridge, and I see the skyline, and I'm like, yo, look at where we're at. Like, look, we did that. Isn't that cool? Did you ever think, you know, we'd be this is our lives? And yesterday I went and saw my friend's show, and it was so cool to see a friend that I've known for a long time and see the fruit of his labor, and to get to see him be vulnerable and in a room full of people who clearly like love him and support him, and he's so fucking worthy of the love and support. And he introduced me to one of his friends as one of the most talented people he knows, which, like, thank you, and also have trouble receiving because he's also stupid talented. But also, why would he lie? He's not lying. And I come home and I do some reviewing for the show, do a little journaling, make some choices for myself for future stuff. And I go to bed feeling really good. And I woke up today like heavy, back in avoidance. And I finally get myself up. And I'm like, okay, we're gonna put some quiet music on, and we're gonna breathe. And like the tension in my chest, like right here, was so tight. And we explored it, and I was like, all right, why are we so, what are we scared of? What's the holdup, bud? Like, why are we bracing ourselves? Like, you went to bed really like content and hopeful, and you were looking forward to the next day. Like, why are we waking up so far from how we went to sleep? And I was brought back to when I was 18 in first year, and I was going to go on this trip for the summer. Like, the club I was part of had a Montreal trip, a Montreal program, and I applied, and they ask as part of your application about your parents, and if they approve or if they are okay with you doing that. So I called my mom and I asked her, and she said yes. But I know she meant no. Like, I know. And for most kids, the okay, let me go before you change your mind would have been enough. But not for me. No, no. And I didn't apply and I didn't go. Because even though I had the permission on paper, I couldn't get past the discomfort of knowing that I was doing something my mom didn't approve of. 18 years old. Paying my own bills, mind you. Paying her bills, mind you. And then that summer, I got offered a free space to live in Quebec City where I was in school. My friends needed someone to house sit. They had a pool. I was super excited. No rent. I was going to get a job, whatever. It's like the summer. I didn't need to make much because, again, no rent. And I called my mom, super excited to tell her. And she was like, what? No, but what about? And I'm like, Mom, I'm calling to tell you I'm staying here for the summer, not to ask. Ooh, she like freaked out and then told me that she was dead to me. She didn't say that I was dead to her. She said that she was dead to me and that I should lose her number. Surprisingly, it's not the last time someone said that to me. My own sibling said the exact same words to me a year ago. And it crossed my mind this week because it happened like literally a year ago, like tomorrow or the day after. And I'm like, oh, was it a fluke that you used those words? Or do you remember what happened when I was a teen and chose to use those words because you knew they would hurt me? And I cried that day. I pretty much bombed all my exams. But I did come, and then my mom called me after, and she was like, you were coming home. If you don't come home, I'm coming to take you. And so I went home because I knew she would come and freak out, and I didn't want that as seen. I didn't have it in me to, no. And we never spoke of it again. And like a few months later, she got sick. She had a stroke, and there was nothing to talk about. She needed care, so I, did what you do. I dropped out of school and moved back home and got a job to care of my fam. And I'm sitting here on the cusp of something I've been working towards in many ways for years. And friends are reminding me, like, I want you to enjoy this. I want you to be happy. Like, I want you to enjoy the process of doing something that you were building and creating something from scratch. And I'm struggling with the joy. And I'm struggling with being present with it because there's a part of me that doesn't want me to do it. There's a part of me that's actively standing in the way. There's a part of me that's like, no, we can't have this. We're gonna get in trouble. She's gonna be mad. And I just sit down with myself and be like, hey, man, we're safe. No one's gonna hit you. No one's gonna yell at you. No one's gonna punish you. And if anyone's disappointed, that's on them. You're free now. No one has that power over you anymore. And it's weird because, like, I think folks perceive me a certain way, and I get it. Like, it's not wrong. I am powerful and courageous and smart and talented, and I'm full of vision. And also, I get shit done for others. It's really easy for me to show up for others. But for myself, there is a recurring theme in my life of me pulling my punches. Because when I took up too much space, when I had too much joy, when I had too much life, when I had visions of my own, they were a threat to the equilibrium of my home. And they led to violence. And I'm realizing that I have been so dysregulated in so many ways that a lot of the energy that I've been navigating life through the last couple years has been the energy of my younger self, of my teenage self. A lot of like helplessness and desperation and blocked and just feeling like I just gotta survive, and fear, anxiety, and like almost this need to be saved, even though I know I have agency, you know? And a year ago, I moved out of a really, really brutal living situation. And I remember looking at my cousin, we were packing. It's a year ago this weekend. And I was like, you know what? As shitty as it's been, I get to do what 17-year-old me never did. I set a boundary. I said no. And I followed through. And I packed my shit and I left. And honestly, high school me should have done that too. But also, she didn't realize she was being abused. And she shouldn't have had to. She shouldn't have had to flee her home, but I was already working. If I'm paying your bills, might as well pay my own, you know? I think there's a version of me in that multiverse that left home at 17 for sure. Or right after graduation and never turned back. And it has been a year today since I've been yelled at. Which is crazy, because I'm 38 fucking years old. What do you mean? My programming and survival instincts went into gear. Now, shout out to a year ago me, because I was like, you can't talk to me that way. I don't know who you're mad at, but you need to stop, because it ain't motherfucking me. I stood up for myself, which is something that I never could have done as a kid. I am really doing it as a late teen. And I'm super proud of me for that. Yeah, I could totally see how in my desire to support and to help, I was like, yeah, man, I'm better. I'm stable. I'm doing well. It feels weird to do well while people I love and care about aren't. And if I can help, why wouldn't I? Not realizing that I should have set boundaries and support systems for myself should I feel tempted to regress into some spaces I just didn't see it coming. And once you're in it, you're back in survival mode, and you're just trying to survive. You're just trying to avoid wrath. I literally feel like I spent 2 years reliving my high school life in the worst parts of high school. Working too much, always on edge, dealing with discrimination at work, at school, which I went to high school with Nazis, it's a whole other story, and coming home and not finding reprieve, and having to be on eggshells, and wondering which version of people you're gonna get any given day. And growing up me knows that that's fucked up, and like, you don't need to handle that, but 15-year-old me does not. She doesn't get that yet. It's okay. And I get to teach her that that's not okay, and I got her. And my job is actually to protect her and to make sure that she doesn't have to go through that anymore. And there's nuances for sure, but yeah, I'm a year out of the last domestic violence situation I will ever find myself in, ever. Mark my fucking words. I'm never giving up my peace again. For anybody. I'm never giving up my power again for anybody. Fuck right off. I got way too comfortable receiving violence and disrespect. And that's not okay. And I understand that as a kid, I did it to survive because I was smaller than the people in charge. And it's easy to tell people you can leave. There's so many factors. And when you're in it, you're too close and you're just trying to survive, man. And when you know that someone's really capable of being really violent, even if they don't always mean it, it's like, it's hard when you love the people involved. I don't know. I'm not sure there's a moral to the story other than it's been hard. But I can do hard things. I do hard things every day. It's been scary, but oh man, I'm a fear crusher. Yes, I am. And I get to start over again. I've done it multiple times before, and I'm in the midst of doing it again, you know? I try not to overthink the fact that, like, in just trying to survive, I destroyed my finances. Oh my God. But also I recognize that, like, I wasn't in myself. I wasn't in my own body most of that time. And I'm not gonna blame 15-year-old me for trying to protect me the best way she knew how. And so, you know, we release. I forgive myself for where I couldn't be more than I could. I thank myself for where I showed up the best I could. I give thanks for what I do have. Oh, so much goodness. I have so much goodness. And I have so much love and so much support and so much kindness and so much gentleness in my life. I was talking to my friend at the end of our hour, and I was telling her, I'm like, man, 15-year-old me is lucky to have a friend like you. Could have used someone like that back then. And I am just so aware of how I'm, like, learning that I don't have to brace myself. I don't have to be on edge. That I am enough and no one's going to yell at me or make fun of me or diminish me for being myself. And anyone who does is not worthy of my fucking time. Yeah, man. One of these days, I'm going to have a really calm year. And I'm going to just be. And the craziest thing that would be going on in my life is just all the good things. And we're getting there. We're getting there. Tranquillement pas vite, as they would say. And I am learning to have the capacity for joy and for hope and for my wants and my needs and my desires, and reminding myself that we don't have to pull our punches anymore, and that it is not our fault that our happiness and comfort and contentment and success. May the people we love feel a type of way. That's not my responsibility. It's not. When I tell you. Yeah, we are rebuilding, man. What a gift to get to start over. What a gift to get to say I overcame something, even if it's again. What a gift it is to be free. What a gift it is to be loved. What a gift it is to be seen and to be known. What a gift. What a gift it is to fail. Yeah, I'm learning to embrace that. I have a friend who says that she's learned to fall in love with correction, like to fall in love with failure. And I remember hearing her say that, and immediately something in my chest went, oh. Because failure and correction is associated with not good things in my body. But also, because of that, there's so many areas where I've been stalled or stagnant, unable to grow because I've just always been bracing myself for violence. But I get to be like, oh, I'm safe now. And the people in my life are safe and good and kind, and they're grounded. And so if I get corrected, or if I'm wrong somewhere, or if I need a push or a redirect, it's for my benefit and it's out of love, and that's really cool. And it'll be done with kindness and gentleness, with understanding that a bitch has got some things. And that's even for me, I sat down with myself today. I was like, hey man, I get what you're scared of, but no one's here to get mad at you, and you're allowed to have good things. And all of your dreams, you can dream as big as you want, as wide as you want, as far as you want. We can leap as high as you feel like, babes. And also it's gonna require a lot of work. And also it's not always gonna be comfortable. And also it's gonna require some sacrifice. And I know you know that, babes. But also that means that, like, I need you to loosen the grip and let me lead, because that's an area you don't know how to lead. And you should have never known how to lead, and that's what the grown-ups are here for. And I'm the grown-up. And so, yeah, bro, this is good. We're living the dream. And if you want to maintain it, I need you to calm your tits and to trust me, so we can get the work done that we need to get work done, to do work that we feel good about and that we're proud of. Anyway, on that note, if you made it this far, thanks for listening, I guess. I feel like we're probably going to start doing more long form again. I don't think we're going to do every day like we were doing last summer, because that's a lot. Maybe weekly, or whenever I feel like it. I'm not making promises because I don't know if I can keep them, to be quite frank. But I think I actually like this energy so much more than the short form shit. And I'm really tired of talking about racism and that kind of stuff. And like, I know that's what's getting hits on my Instagram, and I hate it. And this just feels more grounded. We'll see. On verra. Anyway, be kind to yourself, huh? You deserve it. Okay.